Yeah,
What do you
Hollywood,
do
everyone, man.
about all that?
Just sit there and take it. I think is really the only thing that I
You
comes
know
to
who's
the old
sitting and
noggin
taking
here.
it, Ryan? Browns fans. Browns
Who's
fans are taking it
yeah.
harder than anybody else. They've been put over a barrel ever since
Uh-huh.
Baker Mayfield stepped into town and started shooting commercials. And sooner rather than later, Baker Mayfield is actually going to be cleaning up the stadiums that he's pretending to be cleaning up in the commercials. Ryan, Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
does he stink? Does he stink?
Yeah, that's one of the, we're starting to approach as I worded it here, that uncomfortable conversation where you start talking about how, is this a guy that you're going to win consistently with, or make it over that playoff hump, that make that Super Bowl push. The pieces seemingly fell into place with Odell's arrival. They have someone like Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. They tack on Kareem Hunt. They got the tight ends. Everything really on paper is looking up, and Baker Mayfield just we saw that flash early on, and ever since that, it if for whatever the reason, it hasn't been the same, and it's been more of the same to start this season. The latest, which I don't know if you saw yet, buddy, but the latest rumor is that Odell Beckham is again pushing for a trade out of town, or the Browns are trying to shop him one way or the other. Again, I would imagine that at some point this season, don't know what the over under is, maybe week 6, week 7. Odell is on a different team. Is my guess at this point, if I was a betting guy. But things are quickly falling apart. I think a lot of that conversation starts with Baker Mayfield's play and kind of how you view him as a signal caller right now going forward, because things look dark, buddy. If I'm a Browns fan, they probably haven't left that dark mind state, but it really doesn't look
Can
like
we
it's
just
clearing
get
up
a
anytime
straight
soon.
swap, Allen Robinson for Odell Beckham? They just both don't want to be where they're at. Why don't
Ooh,
we just straight swap them, right?
ooh,
Get an all-time
interesting,
elite talent in
interesting.
Odell Beckham. You get a younger guy in Allen Robinson. They both don't want to be where they're at. Both their teams are not very good. Yeah, Ryan, I think that we're getting to the point now where we really need to think about what's going on with Baker Mayfield. And because of this, I'm in a dynasty startup right now. It's not even done. This is so stupid. You don't do a dynasty startup into the regular season. But I decided to do one over on Patreon, patreon.com/I'm outraged.
Sidebar: How many of those fucking 16 teamers are
We are
you in
doing
right
our
now? I gotta
7th
know.
league, Ryan.
That is the most maniacal thing
So
I've ever
we're
heard in
in
my
league
entire
number
life.
7 right now, and I was in the 18th or 19th round, and I decided to roster
Unreal.
Case Keenum because, to be quite honest with you, Ryan, I'm not sure how much longer this team is going to put up with Baker Mayfield in this offense. If you get this dissension with Odell Beckham, if I don't know what happens next with Nick Chubb and his underusage in this offense, and suddenly frustration starts to mount.
Yeah.
An organization that's sick of losing. They burned a top pick on Baker Mayfield, and the up and down situation is pretty annoying. And we've seen Case Keenum actually play competitive football on multiple different occasions in his career. And either the Browns are going to ride this thing into the dirt, and Baker Mayfield's going to find serious competition next year, or if it's early enough and they still think that they're competitive enough, we may see Case Keenum get an opportunity, because maybe Baker Mayfield is not the guy, Ryan. Maybe he's not the guy.
That's part of that uncomfortable conversation where I imagine there's been some whispers, Nate, some little
Oh, now you're doing them.
some little whispers. See, yeah,
just
I
the-
had to you
Just
you- oh, there
can
it
you do
is.
the
What is it?
Charlie Brown? Maybe that's
Those are the whispers that go on in the Browns building, is like the Charlie Brown ones. Definitely, man. I think this thing falls apart. Give it less than a month right now. Under that 6-week a line right there for sure.
So
It's
you're
gonna get ugly
saying
in
less than
Cleveland.
6 weeks, Baker Mayfield's going to be cleaning up popcorn kernels and hot dogs on the stadium ground.